It is very early. I realize that. I'm well aware that it is incredibly early. Um, Not much I can do about that. We don't have a lot of time, boys. We do not have a lot of time. Sadly. So yeah, we'll do the best we can with given the load shedding stages that we're in right now and just the general state of the fucking country. Anyways, if you're watching this over on YouTube, please remember to hit the like button. Also, click the link in the description down below because it is always better when it's live. Lunari, how you doing? Good morning to you. What the fuck? This is really early. It is really early, but my power is going out really early. The power came back on at 6 o'clock, and it was off from 2 until 6. And it's going off again at 10 o'clock. Wyfin, how you doing, bro? So we have a couple hours, which is basically the best I can do right now. You guys know the drill. Stream whenever we have electricity, pretty much. Benny, how you doing, fam? Fucking fuck you, scam. Oh shit. Yeah, you have no idea. You have no idea how annoyed I am at the bullshit. We're back to stage 5 load shedding now. The funny man, how you doing, fam? Not really, it's nighttime for me. Oh yeah, well, it's morning for me. I literally just went to go grab a cup of coffee because, well, I don't have coffee. I forgot to buy coffee, so I have to go to the shop later today and get some actual coffee. Reminds me of how fucked up your government is. Living life, you have no idea. We'll talk about that in a minute, because I do have some things to say. Plus, the South African videos seem to do really well. Let's be a slut for views, shall we? Because the South African video seems to be popping off. It's a bit surreal. I'll show you guys now what that video is on. Like the video we did about South Africa. It's nuts, dude. It's fucking bonkers. This is what I'm looking at, by the way, for those of you that might be interested. Video producer. Finally caught a stream after a while. Rowboat. Welcome back, brother. Bro, they sold our own people for the same thing. Money. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's what politicians do, no? No one should be surprised by that. I literally tweeted out this morning. Anyone that thinks that the government is going to fix the electricity problems is fucking delusional. Government does not solve problems. Government creates problems. It does not solve it. That's just how it goes. Because the problems... government needs the problems in order to justify their own existence. Without the problems, there is no need for government to exist. So government's never going to solve problems if they don't absolutely have to. But let me quickly show you guys what this South African video has been doing. It's fucking bonkers, dude. I have gained so many subs. I've gained 2,100 subs in the last month just off of this one video. Like, this one video popping off like fucking crazy. So this is one of these South African videos. It's starting to gain traction. Like, it's starting to get some views, but nowhere near what this video got. Here we go. This one. This video here. Aklon rages about Eskom and South Africa's electricity problems. I posted it 17th December. It's on 113,000 views already. How's the weather over in SA? Over in Texas, we're having a winter storm. It's hot. It's very hot, very humid at the minute here. First time with and killed it. You mentioned there were safe zones where peeps who were different color. I don't know about that. Like, maybe I'm just misunderstanding, but what do you mean, safe zones? Had to work, though. Yeah, I mean, I have to work all the time. Like, I basically try to take the few hours that I have electricity, and I try to do as much work as possible during those hours. It's annoying, but show must go on. Doesn't help complaining about bullshit. I am still flabbergasted that this video did as well as it did. Genuinely can't believe it. Like, I did not think that this video was going to get any views. And to be fair, first week it had like 400 views. That was it. And now it's over 100,000. I have family members that doesn't even watch me, right? Family members that have no idea that I make YouTube videos that have contacted me going, bro, just saw your video. Fucking brilliant. Well said, man. I'm like, where did you see my video? And they're like, oh, I'm part of like WhatsApp groups. And 2 or 3 of my WhatsApp groups was circulating your video. It's wild, dude. South Africans love their WhatsApp groups. So there's like a bunch of WhatsApp groups that just have these videos circulating on them. There were extreme people who would on-site attack others, but there were zones that protect people from it. Benny, I would say that's nonsense. I mean, there's areas in the country that you don't want to go to, right? I would always say be careful what you hear or what you believe when people talk about South Africa. Because there is a lot of people that like making it sound as if South Africa is worse than what it is. I'm not going to sit here and deny that South Africa has a tremendous crime problem and that there's not a lot of murder in South Africa. Of course there is, right? DK Meth, how you doing, fam? Thanks for the first time chat. Really appreciate that. And of course there is a lot of racial tension, right? There's no denying that. But I would say that is a very small minority of the public that actually holds these sort of extreme racial views in South Africa. And you can look at that as literally just the voting habits of people. The majority of the country still votes for the ANC. The EFF, which arguably is probably the most sort of active political party in the country, they get about 12% of the vote. And they are incredibly racist, right? So the EFF hates white people with everything in them. Can't stand white people, blames white people for every problem that South Africa has. And it's about 12% of the voting public. And there's not many people that vote in South Africa, to be fair. 12% is a large number, but it's nowhere near the majority. I would say the majority of South Africans get along just fine. Are they friends? Probably not. But they get along, you know. And I think that any South African, whether you're like, especially any white South African that dreams of the glory days of apartheid, right? The dreams about the days where things were good and they want to go back to that, is a person that I have no time for, and that I think most South Africans should reject simply on the face of it. There's not that system is unsustainable, and it's evil, and even if you remove the evil sort of undertones of that system, why would you want to? Like, okay, just to put this into perspective for you guys, South Africa, white South Africa, has a population of 3.8 million people. That's it. 3.8 million. It's not a large group of people. The white South African, or the Afrikaner, as they're known, is a very small population. Black South Africa, on the other hand, is over 50 million people. Now, just from an economic standpoint, would you rather live in a country where you have a potential customer base of 3.8 million or a potential customer base of 54 million? Like, which country do you think would be better suited from an economic standpoint to making things work and to actually making money? Of course, you would want to have, like, more people, more better, right? So even if you remove the evil shit there, I don't think there's any economic sense of going back to the quote-unquote glory days of apartheid or whatever the fuck. I don't remember those days, so I don't give a fuck. All I remember, or all I know, is what I've been told, and from what I've been told, it wasn't glory days. Because the only people that were doing fine were the people that were absolutely in agreement with the old Nats, the National Party. They were the predominant party at the time. If you were against the Nats, you would disappear in the middle of the night. You would have your life destroyed. You would oftentimes be killed in an accident of some kind. Freedom of speech was a fucking pipe dream that did not exist. Well, there was technically freedom of speech as long as the speech was controlled or approved speech, right? So there were no glory days. So anyone that dreams of that is just nuts. And black people that dream of a South Africa where there are no white people should also wake the fuck up. The vast majority. So the thing is, South Africa is not Zimbabwe, right? When Zimbabwe came crashing down, most of the white Zimbabweans that lived in Zimbabwe that were chased out either came to South Africa because they already had family living here, or they went back to the UK because the vast majority of white people that lived in Zimbabwe had UK citizenship. South Africa is different. The vast majority of white people that live in South Africa does not have secondary citizenship. They don't have visas for any other European country. Their ancestry traces back to Europe, but it is not. It's so far back that it doesn't count. They won't be able to get in. So there's only one way that you'll ever be able to go to a no white South Africa, and that is through genocide. You'd have to kill all of the white people. I don't know how well that would go, considering I've yet to meet a white person that isn't armed to the fucking hilt. And when I say armed to the hilt, I mean these guys have guns on top of guns. You know, I know guys that have like multiple safes. They're just filled with guns. So, yeah, that might not be the best strategy, trying to enter into a war like that. Since most of these guys are ex-military and they love their guns. So it's going to be a hell of a fight, and it's just going to destroy South Africa even... It's going to fuck it up even more than what it already is. So my argument would be, how about we set aside our racist bullshit and instead try to work together? Trying to figure out a way to work together that doesn't lead to the absolute destruction of all the people in this country. That would be my idea, but maybe I'm just fucking bonkers. It's quite a marvel compared to from Sweden. You mean African history? I'd say African history is pretty, it's pretty cool, but also a lot of like proper African history is very unknown. Living life, why not? You think I would be able to help? No, I think people are living in a, like, anyone. This includes the skinheads in America, the Nazis in Germany, or anywhere in Europe, really. Anyone that dreams of this world where, you know, countries will be racially pure and will once again look like they used to look. I don't think that will ever happen. I genuinely don't. I think, you know, we've become so integrated and diverse in many ways, where, you know, you now have Asian people that live in Europe that consider themselves European. Right? They're Asian. They weren't. They're not originally from Europe, but their parents or their grandparents moved to Europe, and they were born there. And as far as they're concerned, they're German or French or British. They're you know, they have no loyalty towards their origin country. The same with African people that live in Europe or live in America that now consider themselves very much American. Right? They don't consider themselves whatever their origin host nation was, because that's not who they are. They were born in America. They've lived in America their entire lives. They're American. And the same is true for every other country. What do you do with people like that in this racially pure world? Like, imagine, for example, you take an Asian girl that was born in, she comes from China, but she was born in fucking Austin, Texas, right? She only speaks English. She can't speak a word of fucking Chinese. Now you want this racially pure America. What do you do with her? You send her back to fucking China? She doesn't speak Chinese. She's not Chinese. She has none of the culture that Chinese people have. So, well, she's American. She speaks English. She knows the national anthem, right? She's done the Pledge of Allegiance. So you're just going to ship them off? Like, what the fuck's the point there? Right? So I think people that dream of a racially pure world is just fucking nuts. It's logistically impossible. Razdamon, how you doing, fam? Robert City Man? Oh, yeah. Texas is pretty cool, not gonna lie. Racism will always exist. Oh, yeah. I'm not saying... Look, I'm not advocating for a world free of racism. It would be nice, but it's impossible. Because you are always going to get, like, one or two people that have stupid ideas about people of other races. That's always going to be the case. Take a guy like Nick Fuentes, for example, right? Nick Fuentes, when you listen to him speak about why he wants a white America, none of it makes sense, right? His reasoning for why he wants that is bonkers as fuck. Will you ever be able to change that guy's mind? Probably not. Right? Probably not. It's never going to happen. But does Nick Fuentes have any power to really make anyone's life difficult? Nah, not really. Nick Fuentes is some loudmouth fuck that makes videos every once in a while. So I would say you'll never be able to get rid of the Nick Fuenteses in the world, but you don't have to. You just hopefully don't have most of the people in the country believing the shit that Nick Fuentes says, and you're fine. Big bad dictators have quasi-democratic free markets. To some extent, yes. Culture is one of the biggest factors. People struggle. They see people are different in culture and correlate that to their skin color, which is a shame. Raz, yes. Yes, I 100% agree with you there. I think culture is far more important than race. In fact, I would say race does not even scale in importance. Like, it doesn't even register as far as what is important. Culture is important. If you come from a culture where it's okay to beat your wife and, throw acid in her face if she doesn't wear a fucking veil or whatever, then maybe that culture isn't going to do that well in the West. Right? You're probably going to struggle to sort of find a place in the West that agrees with your views and the things that you want. Right? And that culture would arguably not really fit in. Right? But then, luckily, even there, it's not really culture. Because most people in the Middle East don't do that and don't believe that that's how you... Like, they don't think you're allowed to do that. So there is really just, like, fundamentalism that becomes a problem. But obviously, cultural fundamentalism is still a problem. Right? Next is being racist against other alien species. I do think that the day that we discover alien life, humanity's racism will shift and it will become racism against aliens. 100% believe that. We will be super fucking racist towards aliens. It's in the human heart. But hopefully, if we ever do discover alien life, Earth realizes that we are all members of the human species, and therefore we should band together against the aliens, right? So we should leave the ridiculous bickering of humanity and just band together against the aliens to fucking destroy them. Echo, it will Imperium of Racism. The Imperium of Man, bro, you know it. Filthy Xeno scum? Metal Fan, exactly, bro. I don't know. I don't know what the answers are to half of the problems in the world. I just know that whatever we're doing now is not the answer. Because whatever the fuck we're doing now seems to be making things a hell of a lot worse. I'm trying to... no wonder no one has contacted us. They're probably afraid. Because they know we will fuck them up. We are very much a shoot first, ask questions later kind of species. So, they probably wanted to contact us, and then they were like, wait a second. The second we make contact, these guys will launch the nukes. So, let's not even go there. Just fucking leave it out. Itam, you're gonna have to ask Elon Musk that. I don't have his phone number, so I can't answer that. I don't care when humanity will have a fucking colony on Mars. Jesus. Wait a second. I'm hearing something that makes no sense.
Они работают на том же самом Илоне Маске, который давно уже стал милитаристом и, в принципе, является военным преступником. Ну, объективно, если говорить, потому что та технология и те спутники, которые представляют, и те терминалы сейчас используются для создания атакующих беспилотников разной степени мощности. И надо с ними разбираться серьезно, с этой космической группировкой и вообще со всем бизнесом милитаристы Илона Маска. Они работают на...
Is this Ukraine or is this Russia? Who's calling Elon Musk a militarist and a war criminal? Dude, the internet is fucking wild. I think that guy's a Russian reporter. Yeah, the flag is Ukrainian, but I don't know if this is, like, if this comes from Ukraine. It might be Russian instead. I don't know if it would be Ukraine. I mean, look, the guy that uploaded it might be supporting Ukraine, right? But there we go. It's Russian state TV. So Russia is in effect calling Elon Musk a war criminal. This would make sense. Jesus. I think you can say a lot of things about Elon Musk, but war criminal? I don't know if I agree with that. That's a step too far. Standard Russian is someone who speaks Slavic languages. Doesn't Ukrainian sound very similar to Russian, though, Lunari, since it basically was born out of Russian? Oh, shit. Living life. I wish I could see that. I love watching people fall on ice, bro. It's funny as fuck. I'm trying to look for something because I wanted to share this with you guys. I have lost most, if not all, faith. In humanity. Guaranteed. All right, like, I really want you guys to see this, because this is something that I've been... It's been annoying me for quite some time now. I made a tweet about this as well, but have you guys seen this? Before we even get into it, did you see the controversy around girls now going to the gym just so that they can make themselves victims. I don't know if you guys have any idea about what's going on here, but effectively, let me start on this, girls, filming guy shit. So what annoys me about this, right, is these girls are taking everyday interactions that you would have at the gym. Because I'll tell you what, in this video, just watch this video. Just watch.
Watch this guy try move to me at the gym. Checks absolutely nothing on his phone. Looks over at me being busy sorting my wrist straps.
Okay, first and foremost, watching his phone, I've done that. I do that all the time at the gym. It's called watching the time. I want to see how late it is or what time it is. I don't need to look at my phone for 5 minutes in order to see what time it is. I just need to scan. Oh, it's 6 minutes to 8. Not a problem. Because contrary to popular belief, my man brain can do that shit in about 2 seconds, maybe even 1 second. I don't know, maybe girls are not like that quick. Maybe girls aren't that smart. Maybe a girl really does need to look at her phone and really zone in on the watch and be like, it's a 0 and it's a 7, and then there's 2 like full stops on top of each other, and there's a 5 and a 4. I think that's 6 minutes to 8. I don't know, maybe that is how girls look at their phones. For me, it's a quick glance, and I know exactly what time it is. But anyways, so this guy, he didn't even really look at her, just to be clear, right? He didn't even look at her. Now, I want to make one thing even more clear on this. When you see someone at the gym with their phone recording the gym, right? Yes, the phone is on them, but the phone is literally there. It's recording the gym. Do you think that humans might look? What's that phone doing there? Is that phone recording me? Do you think that's entirely possible? Or do you think people just sort of accept, oh, there's a phone, I should not look at the phone. I should not look in the direction of the person that is recording themselves. You know, in case I come off as a fucking creep or whatever.
These fucking straps taking up too much time. Makes a swift return.
Go fat fuck hash RS.
Sad lip.
So I want to be clear here. What bothers me, right? B Union, how you doing, fam? Thank you so much for the 500 bits, dude. Really appreciate that. Get in there. Really appreciate that. I've done that before. This is why this bothers me so much. Now, to be clear, when I go to the gym, I don't really look at anyone. I go to the gym every morning at 5 o'clock. I don't really look at people. Mainly because I'm in my own mind, I'm sort of thinking about stuff. I don't look at anyone. But every once in a while, I will catch myself staring in someone's direction. Not staring at them, just sort of, I'm thinking about something, my mind is racing 100 miles an hour on all manner of things, and I'll just find myself looking in someone's direction, and then I'm like, oh shit, I should probably not stare at someone, or at least come across as if I'm staring at someone. But I've done exactly this before. When I see someone, because here's how I do things, and I would actually be grateful if this guy came up to me and he was like, sorry, are you using that machine there? Because I do that. I superset everything in the gym. Everything. When I'm doing squats, I'm not just doing squats. I'm doing squats and leg raises. If I'm doing leg press, I'm not just doing leg press. I'm doing leg press as well as dumbbell raises because I do biceps and legs together. Everything is supersetted, which means, and this has happened at the gym before, I'll be busy with my leg press and I'm doing pull downs at the same time, and then some fuck goes and takes the pull down machine. The two machines are literally right next to each other. But the guy just sits down and he starts working out. It annoys the living fuck out of me because now you've just broken my entire workout. because I'm doing leg press and I immediately have to go into my superset doing leg pull downs. This guy was, in my opinion, just being polite. He was just being like, hey, sorry, I see you working out here and there's a machine right behind you. Are you by any chance using that machine, or can I go there? And according to her, this is a guy making some unwanted fucking move or whatever. I'm sorry, but these girls have to wake the fuck up and realize that that's not really how it works. But even if we were to say, right, that the guy was staring, I wanna make one thing very clear, and I realize that this is probably going to offend a bunch of people, and if you are offended, I want you to take a finger, preferably the middle one, but you can take whichever finger, really suits you, and shove it up your ass, because that's how much I give a shit about your offense. Now, human beings are sexual creatures. It's kind of required. I don't know if you guys know how this works, but for the human race to exist, or to continue to exist, there needs to be some kind of sexual attraction between the opposite sexes. You see, because if humans, like men and women, ever stopped having sexual attraction towards one another, sure, a lot of these TikTok girls would be overjoyed for about 50 years, and then all humans die out and the planet has no more humans on it. Because we kind of need to procreate, and in order to procreate, there needs to be some kind of sexual attraction towards each other. Now, knowing that, and knowing that sexual attraction is as important as it is, so much so that there's entire psychological schools of thought that believe that sexuality is a main driver in just about everything we do. Would any of you like to wager a guess as to this girl's outfit? Do you think that the girl wears what she wears by accident? And before anyone comes at me and says, oh, that's just the most comfortable that you can look, go fucking kill yourself. You are retarded. I go to the gym every day of my life with sweatpants. They are incredibly comfortable. They can stretch wherever I want them to stretch. They can do whatever the fuck I want to do. And guess what? They don't show off my fat booty. And it's perfectly fine. The fact that you dress the way that you dress, the fact that the pants that you wear may as well not be there because they're technically just a second skin, suggests to me that you very much want to be seen. You want to be looked at. Your problem is that it wasn't the right guy that looked at you. You see, the guy that looked at you was kind of small, not very attractive, and to you that was a problem. Because as everyone really know, the difference between sexual harassment and a compliment is Brad Pitt and me. If Brad Pitt went up to a girl and said, hey, how you doing? You look good. That would be a compliment. If I go up to a girl and say, hey, how you doing? You look good. That's sexual harassment. It really just depends on how hot the guy is. That's the only fucking dividing line. And I'm not talking about actual sexual harassment, which does happen. I'm talking about these girls that pretend like sexual harassment is happening, even though there's nothing sexually harassing, sexually even charged in this video. The guy glanced towards her, right? B Union, thanks for the 2 sub, did really appreciate that. Welcome to the most degenerate chat on Twitch. Thank you, fam. The guy glanced in her direction and then asked her if she's using the machine. That's it. Nothing bad happened here. Nothing bad happened here. This girl is just being a fucking victim for no reason. White girls, bro. I'm telling you now, the reason for 99% of the problems that humanity faces right now is college-aged, middle-income white girls, bro. 100%. They are the reason for all problems in this world because they create all of the fucking problems in this world. And then, of course, this asshole as well, which decided to get in on the action even though he is breaking the fucking law, right? But I mean, this guy probably also pretending like he's being sexually harassed now, right? I don't know. I think so. Probably. This is Springfield. How you doing? Where's the goal that started this whole thing? Okay, so this is actually perfect. Hold up. Oh, the Aelon. How you doing, fam? 4 months, part of the DJ Nation. Appreciate you, fam. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, here's a little story for you guys. Do you think that obviously this guy is looking, right? Obviously, you can see it, right? He is sort of glancing towards her. Do you think this is weird? Do you think that this is something that men do and only men do, and they only do it towards girls? Do you think, because that's obviously the point that this girl is trying to make here, right? Wild boy, that you're literally touching on the truth there. So my brother, whenever we go to the gym, he does massive fucking workouts. He loves doing B-Uni, and thanks for the 200 bits. I'd really appreciate that. He does handstand, right? So on the days that we do military press, so shoulder press, he does handstand walks. So he'll literally walk in a handstand to exercise his shoulders. Every single time he does that, and I mean every fucking single time he does that, people stare. Not just girls, a lot of girls though, but guys as well. They'll literally, I have genuinely looked at girls on the treadmill that look and just keep looking at him walking on his hands. Now, to be fair, my brother is well fucking ripped and he does look good, but there's another element there. Handstands are pretty difficult to pull off. And if you do them, people will look. People will look. Because it's a pretty impressive fucking feat. It happens to my brother all the time, and it's girls fucking doing it. So wait, are girls being creepy as well? And if any girl comes at me, yeah, we're just dealing with it more, well then, go fuck yourself. Don't go to the gym anymore. This is the girl, by the way, that started this whole thing. This is the girl that started this whole thing, and it's
This is
weird.
how to not approach girls at the gym.
I hate this. I hate when there's sweet days. It makes me so uncomfortable. Feral, like fucking feral. Swatch. This is the 5 ads. £5. And these are the rates.
Could it be that the guy is literally looking at her because she's filming, and also she seems to be speaking to herself, right? She's just fucking constantly murmuring bullshit below her breath. That could be it. I'm just taking a fucking guess here, but that could definitely be it, right? So the guy grabs a cleansing wipe, trying to wipe off his equipment. Very well done, sir. Nice job, you know. That's good gym etiquette. Why not?
Excuse me? You don't have to do that. It's okay. No.
I will say one thing. And this actually, this is the nicest thing. You know, girls in South Africa are not like this. I feel so fucking sorry for American guys that have to deal with this level of spoiled brat bullshit. The girls in South Africa are not like this at all. At all. It has happened to me before, where a girl wants to add on weight, or she's trying to add on a weight and she's struggling, and you go over and you say, hey, can I help you quickly? Put it on. No sexual attraction there. I'm not even looking at the girl. I saw her struggling. I thought I'd offer help. And they usually go, oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And that's it. That's the end of the conversation. That's the end of the interaction. That's all. I was trying to help, and you were grateful for my help. Okay, cool stuff. No fucking problem. These fucking girls, dude. It is ridiculous to me. The guy is doing something nice. He's not putting his dick in your face. He's doing something nice. Right? If he walked up to you, pulled his pants down, and shoved his dick in your mouth, that would be a problem. And that would definitely be TikTok worthy. Actually, you could upload that shit to Pornhub. It'd probably get millions and millions of views. But that's not what happened here. The dude went over, right, grabbed the cleansing wipe. By the way, he was looking in your direction because you're fucking filming him. You stupid bitch. You were filming him. Now, here is actually one of the things that is a key thing in South Africa. It is technically illegal to film people in South Africa without their express consent. If you film yourself in the gym and you catch anyone in your sort of field of view, that person can sue the living shit out of you under the Poppy Act, because the Poppy Act makes it illegal. You're not allowed to have my face in your videos without my express permission, and I am allowed to charge you money for it as well, because I own my face and you don't. So the fact of the matter is, it makes people uncomfortable. It's happened to me before. I'm not a dick, so I generally don't say anything, but every once in a while there's someone that films at the gym and I can see where their phone is, and I know that I'm being caught on their phone. It makes you uncomfortable, right? So you do look at the phone and you're like, Jesus, fuck. Your phone is literally filming me. I don't want to be a dickhead about this, because I realize you're just filming yourself, you know, you're filming your progress. But your phone is making me uncomfortable, because I'm now going to be famous, and I don't necessarily want to be famous. Right? I don't necessarily want to be in your fucking shot. It is kind of stupid to me that these girls don't seem to realize that they are the problem. And if you're like this, if you're a girl like this, go fuck yourself. Kindly, from all actual men. Go fuck yourself. If it's in public, so long as you don't commercialize the film, so this is technically illegal. If she plays ads, well, it's on TikTok, and if TikTok plays ads, what does that mean? The thing is, I'm famous on my own. Well, I'm not even famous, but if we say that I'm famous on my own terms, right? But when I'm at the gym, you'll very rarely see me take videos of myself at the gym. That's my time. You know, that's my time. I don't want to share it with the rest of the world. I don't like it. It's for me. I love going to the gym, and if I'm going to start turning the gym into a fucking job, which as soon as you start filming yourself, that becomes a job, I'm going to hate the gym. So that's why you rarely see me take pictures of myself at the gym. You rarely see me take videos of myself at the gym. And you almost never see me take videos of myself having my coffee in the morning at the beach. That's my time. I don't want to share it with anyone else. And I would appreciate if someone else doesn't share it with anyone else, you know. But luckily, South Africa doesn't really have this problem. Not every single human being in South Africa believes that they're the next big TikTok star, which is fucking brilliant, because this shit is just surreal, dude. Everyone just wants to be famous, and it is getting ridiculous. I know, knows who you are. But you know everyone that play, like all of your friends play WoW, don't they? Going out and approaching them, as you never know when you're the target of some crazy mindset. Metal fan from Hell, the funny thing is, right, that these girls will eventually realize that they've ruined themselves for a very large group of men. And sadly, the men that they've ruined themselves for are the good ones. The ones that they would probably have liked to have married. Because they were acting like spoiled little brats during the time where they would actually have been better off just being normal. Zombie Killer, how you doing, fam? Oh shit, I like that. Thank you very much, Eve. True, the bad ones won't stop. No, I mean, we'll see, right? Ultimately, yeah, this shit just really fucking annoys me. My coworker's a YouTuber. He literally has no soul, and the only thing he thinks about is likes and what people think of him. He's not gonna last living life. You cannot be in this career. Let's call it a career, even though that's such a grandiose term for what the fuck we do. but let's call it a career. You cannot be in this career if you care what other people think of you. It's as simple as that. Because people are not always going to be nice. Not everyone's going to be nice. Not everyone's going to have nice things to say about you. And you need to be able to take that criticism and just let it roll off you. If you give a shit about what people think of you, you're fucked. There's no way you're making this shit work. Tessa, I don't necessarily agree. Because I think the vast majority of... You see, I personally think that girls like these TikTok fucking assholes... I think, by the way, I think if you are a guy, you should probably not be with a girl like this. Because she is going to make your life a living fucking hell. Because for her, everything is content. Everyone is content. And she only does... Anything she does will only ever be for the sake of content. Even your relationship will be a reason. This is the kind of girl that will get pregnant and have a baby just because she thinks that she can make cool TikTok content with the baby. Right? This is the kind of girls that does shit like this. But I want to say that the vast majority of girls aren't like this. The vast majority of girls aren't on TikTok. They're not putting their asses on Instagram. They're not trying to get as many clicks as humanly possible for as many, like, fucking guys as humanly possible. They're just normal, ordinary people living their lives, getting their degrees, you know, trying to live a good and healthy and successful life. Echo, the principal is going to suspend us. Echo, I'm the one who breathes flavored air. Indeed. Yeah, that is probably gonna happen, Tuck. Just like there are guys that make us look bad, there are girls who make them look bad too. Oh, yeah. I mean, to be fair here, I'm not... Like, this entire rant wasn't to say that guys aren't creeps. There are guys that are genuine fucking creeps. There is actually a guy at our gym that I would argue is a genuine fucking creep. I have seen that guy stare at girls, and I don't mean just sort of glance over. I mean, like, stop what he's doing and stare. That's creepy. It's creepy to everyone, right? It even makes the guys uncomfortable because we look at him looking and we're like, oh, fuck, dude, you have to stop. You just have to stop, man. Just calm the fuck down. That's not improving your chances of getting pussy, man. Hobie, 30 months part of the DJ Nation. Appreciate you, fam. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Turns out there's a lot of female pedos. Dude, I don't even know if it's pedos. Mental confidence issues, and I'm 90% sure those video shares were his weird idea of acting like one of the guys, but instead makes everyone uncomfortable. Alderson, this is what most girls these days, I think, completely miss. It's that guys don't celebrate that shit. They might think that we do, but we don't. Most guys don't celebrate cheating. Most guys don't celebrate guys getting pussy every fucking night of the week and just, you know, pumping and dumping girls. For most guys, that isn't a cool thing. It's only teenagers. That's really the only time in my life that I can remember where people like that were celebrated was when we were teenagers. As I got older, that shit was never celebrated. If you knew of a guy cheating on his girl, you told the girl. It's as simple as that. I did it. My friends did it. As soon as we found out that one of our friends were cheating, and I'm thinking of a very specific situation here, we went to his girlfriend. We didn't know his girlfriend. We knew his girlfriend through him, but she wasn't part of our friends group. But we knew that he was cheating on her, and so we went to her and we said, hey, he's not being faithful to you. He's cheating on you. Simple as that. Was he angry? Yes. Did we care? No. Because he shouldn't have been cheating. It's as simple as fucking that. Most good guys Do not celebrate that shit. And I'm not saying nice guys. I'm saying good guys. Most guys that know what the fuck is up and know how life works will not be okay with that. Will not cover for you. It's comedic to say that guys will always have other guys' back. That's true to some extent, but there are exceptions, and cheating would be one of those exceptions. Why? Because guys have this inherent built-in mechanism that wants to protect women. It is natural for every guy. I would argue, even gay guys. I mean, the gay guys that I know have this mechanism still, even though it's not a sexually driven one. It's still there, right? To want to protect, to not want to hurt, to want to see happy. So when you see a guy doing something that will obviously hurt this girl, you take steps in order to ensure that that doesn't continue or that doesn't happen. It's just built into you. So his boyfriend said she was cheating. He described me to them, and he realized they were starting a fight to try and collect the rebound. What the fuck? Holy shit. Okay. Jesus. It's not hard to get computer parts. Expensive, yes, but not hard. Like Twaki said there. Definitely not hard. You have places like Eve Tech, for example. If you look here, right? So Eve Tech, pretty much everything you could possibly want. What is hard is getting new things. So oftentimes it can take a while to get new things. I believe when I got my Ryzen, the previous generation, I have the... What Ryzen do I have again? I think it's the 7900. Is it the 7900? No. I have the 5900X. Is it? Yeah. 5900X is the one that I have. I had to wait like a month before it was available in South Africa.